Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Dino. This is my Triumph. That's Patrick's Repair Shop. You know the score. We're back on with the Triumph Daytona. For those of you that don't know, there's a link in the description below to the entire series. We bought it from a salvage auction. We replaced all the fairings, headlights, several brackets. On top of that, we've serviced the engine, we've serviced the headstock, we've had the swing arm off and serviced all of that. We've replaced the chain and sprocket. So apart from the rebuild, all of those service videos, or maintenance videos, I should say, are on there as well. What I want to do today is get it ready for its MOT. Needs a good cleanup. I think there's a couple of lights that aren't working, so we can get that sorted. But also I want to make it better. And by better, I mean louder. So let me show you what I've bought. So big shout out to Casey, one of my subscribers, who very kindly sold me this exhaust at a very good price off of a bike she's just bought. So let me show you what we've got. We've got one Arrow exhaust system with the carbon fiber end. We've got a set of headers that are a lot cleaner than mine. You remember this bit because we deleted it on this bike. Do you remember? Can't get my words out. We deleted this exhaust valve, didn't we? If you remember, if you've been watching. What else have we got? Something here. I think this might be a bracket to fit the exhaust. Maybe. Yeah, looks like it might be a hanging bracket for it, but we won't know until we get all of that lot off. So let's start by getting all the fairings off, which you've seen me do on this bike before. So we'll just whip the fairings off now. We can get to my front headers and get to all the exhaust pipe and everything. Right, let's crack on, shall we? Right, I saw the front fairing off, but what we've never done, or I've never done, maybe you guys have, so you can shed some insight in the comments. I've never had this rear end off, so got a couple of 5mm there. Where's me pop gone? There is a 5mm under here. I might have had this hump off, can't remember. The top here, I've got a couple more 5mm, a couple of 10mm there as well. Okay, that's that off, one plug there. So we've got an exhaust hanger there. Let's slacken that off. We've got one hanger at the top. We'll leave that bolt in for a minute. What else have we got? Got one 10mm on this clamp here. I've bought a nice new stainless steel clamp and a new gasket for in here because I know that this one isn't fantastic. Now, Is it as easy as that? I don't think it's going to be because of the rear tail tidy. Someone's put some LED rear indicators on. So there's some resistors in there as well. Well, that was fairly straightforward. Right. We've still got to strip the original exhaust to get the number plate and indicator holder tail tidy off. Right, let's get this off. And then around the side, we've got a couple more 8mm. Doesn't seem quite right to put this all back together. It's all a bit filthy. So let's just whip the indicators off. We've got a wire to repair, give it a clean up, get it back on the new exhaust. I think I'll bring you guys in after that lot is done. Right, so I've given the tail tidy a clean up, done the quick wiring repair to the indicators. Now we've got to build the Arrow exhaust up. So we've got this bracket here, which goes over here like this. Let's make sure it's lined up. And that enables us to put the heat shield over the exhaust so we don't get a warm bum. And we can line this back up using its mounting bolt like that. And hopefully we can use the original bolts that held the grey cover on the original exhaust to hold these on. I'm hoping anyway. Splendid. Right. That's the new exhaust box or tailpipe built up. Let's go and do some more bits on the bike, swap the headers over and stuff like that, shall we? So the next step is to switch these headers over. I've already replaced all the studs and nuts on these for stainless ones. And I've already taken the bottom 3 out because you lot was in my way, so I had to do it off camera. So that's those 3 off. So the next step is the link pipe. So we've got the clamp here. And then we've got a, not A13 there. A 12mm head. And I should now be able to, with a bit of luck, yeah. So the next step, guys, is you need this little cover. Now this is all to do with the TEV, the Triumph exhaust valve, or probably more commonly known to most of us as like the X-up valve on the Yamahas. I basically need this cover and this bit off for the new headers. There we go, one of those. So I can't turn this around very well because of how it's in the vise. Let me see if I can reposition you lovely people. Now that's probably slightly better. So I need this off of here. If I remember rightly, this one is this exhaust flap in this header is C solid. It's not in the new one I've got, but it is still redundant to us, and we need this set up to hold it open. Let's try not to wear this spring as it comes off. Okay, so that's that off there, you can see. Then we need that little heat cover. And now we need the probe out of the exhaust, which is a 17 mil. And luckily, you can get a spanner over the end of the plug. Let's just work it backwards and forwards. And oh, great. Now, I thought I thought that I just cracked that off, but no, I snapped it in there. Rookie, should have got some heat on it first. I doubt that would have come out, if I'm honest with you. Right, that kind of puts a dampener on today's video, doesn't it? So, right, let's move on and do another job and get one of those ordered up, shall we? Right, this is the new headers. There is a new lambda probe on its way. Let's get done what we can today. So we need to put this back on with this spring. Because this allows the flap inside the exhaust, like that, to remain open with the delete kit that's already fitted. And I'll stick a link to that on the screen, a little card, poppy outy thing, if you want to see how I deleted it off of the bike originally. Bit gutted about that oxygen sensor. Never mind. And I have bought one new stainless steel clamp and one new gasket, and I actually needed two of each to tidy things up. So another rookie mistake there. There we go. That's good. Pop the cover back on. fingers and thumbs in the way of the camera. What do you reckon, guys? Do you reckon that if I pop this back on, I'll get that probe in, that new oxygen sensor in? When it's back on the bike? I hope so, because that's what I'm going to try and do. Right, that's that on. Good, right. Let's pop it back on the bike and make the call and see if it will, if we can get that oxygen sensor back in with it on the bike. Right, let's offer this manifold up and see. There we go. Hopefully. Yeah. Right, before we go and tighten those right up, let's make sure that we can get the link pipe on the back. We've got to get the link pipe back over there. And I remember these being fiddly before. We undo the lower clamp on the exhaust, on the headers that is. Yeah, right, so that's going to work. I've got a new gasket and a new clamp. So the new gasket over there, and then a new clamp. This one here looks like an 8mm Allen key. Goes up through the subframe, holds the link pipe. So let's get that into place before we start tightening everything up. Right, I've just done up the manifold bolts, guys, so they're all done. So let's get this rear one done up. The link pipe's already done up on the subframe. And let's check we've got that where we want it. I know, Dino. Go and get a socket. This would be a lot quicker. Right, nice. That's done up. I think that's as far as we can go, isn't it? Boiling out here, guys. Right, guys. There's always something in there. I really wanted to get this finished today. Not to hurry. That's what happens. So we're waiting on one more exhaust gasket, one more exhaust clamp, and an oxygen sensor. They're all ordered up. They'll be here in the week. We'll get it on. We'll get it finished off next weekend, shall we? So I'm Dino. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. Smash that subscribe button. It's completely free of charge. Hit like, drop us a comment. This is Patch's Repair Shop. This is my written off Triumph Daytona, and I'll catch you guys next week.